Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with the free pick in the Utah versus Washington college basketball matchup on Sunday, December 31st, 2023. Of course, if you like our free picks that we do at Pickdawgz every day, you'll love our premium picks. Just head on over there, use the discount code PICK for 15% off. We also have Dime Club and Sharp Trading Plays. These are not available on the website. They're only available by texting the number that you see on the screen. They're meant for people who make big bets. So if that's you, go ahead and text that number. But let's get to this one. Utah taking on Washington. It's Pac-12 college basketball. Both these teams, second game of the Pac-12 season. Utah and Washington are two programs trying to get back on the map in college basketball. They're two programs that we've seen be good traditionally, but as of late, not really at the top of their game. And I think what we've started to see from Utah already this season with the win that they had earlier this season against BYU, and then with the win that we saw last time out against Washington State, which wasn't just a win, it was a convincing win against a pretty good team. And I believe that, for teams like Utah, establishing that home court and winning at home is how you get it started. There are other factors which come into it. Of course, I love teams that play defense and shoot the three. You guys hear me say that all the time if you've ever seen any of my college basketball videos, if this is your first one, well, welcome aboard. You're going to hear me say that plenty. But the thing is that, this Utah team 7-0 at home and 5-2 against the number, 10-1 overall. That's exactly what they're doing, is they're setting the tone at home and playing extremely well. And that game last time out against a good Washington State team, they absolutely dominated them. They chewed them up and spit them out. The game against BYU, they dominated as well. They only won by 4 in the end, but they were up by a bunch at the halftime, and it was pretty much BYU trying to grind their way back into it. Their other loss took place on the road. That was against Houston, who they lost by 10 in a game they were getting 9. So Utah certainly is a much, much improved team over what we've seen in recent years, and probably time to start taking notice. Washington showed up pretty good in their road opener. They played against Colorado, and the way the Pac-12 scheduling works, basically if you play Utah, you play Colorado. If you play those two on the road, and then you play those two at home, and they kind of keep it. So if you play Arizona, you play Arizona State, that type of deal. Both home and on the road and back-to-backers. It's just it keeps geographically everything good, and the travel schedule is actually reasonable for college sports, and something that other conferences probably could learn from the Pac-12, even though the Pac-12 is going out this season. Utah is getting it done on the defensive end, though, and I think that really is the story here. Team shooting just 39.2% against the Utes, one of the best in the nation. Meanwhile, Washington popping those threes at 34.1%, but really, is that enough to overcome that overall Utah defense, who doesn't guard the perimeter extremely well, but they kind of get it done there, and Washington's offense has been pretty efficient. So this game should be a fairly even matchup when you look at it on paper, but the Washington defense, to me, is just less than inspiring. And I think that that's part of the problem, that they do a lot of the things really well, but not as well as Utah pops the three at, 37.6%, 48.9% from the floor. I think Washington is just going to have to be a little bit better than this, and I don't think they hit the boards hard enough to get it done either. So I think I'm going to roll with Utah here. I think it's a pretty strong play, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, be sure to use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. They're 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.